So I heard you wanted to get a Trish Stratus card. Not that one. That one was free. I'm talking about this one. For free. But why stop at one? Why not get potentially two? Well, I've already got my two because I've opened some packs up and she is an absolutely stunning card. But quite how easy it is to get if you know how is surprising, especially for a card this powerful. Although on my second run with the packs, I managed to get two in one set. I mean, that's like 1% under 1% probability. Bonkers luck. But let's go to the basics. This is an icon card, very similar to how Booker T's icon card was released last week, and we have one more coming next week. But the methods of getting Booker versus the methods of getting Trish are two very polar opposites. The biggest change is you cannot pull the Trish cards, which are these collectible in control tokens, off of the board, and you can't get them from completing Survivor. So you can't get an infinite supply off of the draft board by playing any mode. Nope, you've got to go to certain places to get these tokens, and in this video I'm going to tell you how you get it and where the best places to get it are. These specifically revolve around the Chick Kick quests, TLC mode, which is finally back. When are you going to make it a permanent thing? SuperCard, please. The game mode's just too good. And the SuperCard website. All when combined will guarantee you at least one free special edition Trish Stratus card. But to get the other Trish, well, that requires TLC mode, something I've never done a guide for. So this is a quick call out to you. If you want to see a guide of how to easily win TLC games, I need you to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can with your favorite weapon. It could be a chair, a kendo stick. You might even use a table or a car. I don't know, you might be super strength. But the more likes and the quickest amount of likes we get means you guys get a TLC guide you can refer to and get yourself more and more of those collectibles. And more importantly, spend as little cash on getting yourself a free Trish Stratus Pro. I think that's a pretty good trade-off. Now, before we get started with the guide, we are getting one of the strongest female cards in the game. It's because I was able to get my hands on the last man standing, and this is where I need you in the comment section to tell me where you finished in last man standing. What rank did you get? What rewards did you get? Let me know in the comments, and if you include the hidden word, which is going to be tucked away in this video, then I'll give you a heart just for doing so, and maybe even a reply. But I managed to get rank 192 in this last man standing. I did fight all the way to the end because I only just hit the required rank to get this type of card. The cutoff for this card was rank 195, so it was close. Now, I'm not going to tell you differently. The Trish card does not even touch this. I've seen other people's rewards, and by golly, Miss Molly, this card absolutely tramps completely. This should get to 100. There we go. Although Trish is pretty good in charisma. But yeah, she's a goner otherwise. But you can get multiple Trish Stratuses where you cannot get multiple Rhea Ripleys. And for the image, I'm going to go for this one for no specific reason. Nope. But let's move back to Trish Stratus. How'd you get to her? Well, we're starting off with the SuperCard website because if you haven't already seen, they're doing this thing called the Daily Streak, especially for the moment for the icon cards. This means you go to the site every single day until the end of the month, and you'll be able to log in for 3 separate sets of rewards. The first set was for the Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Booker T card. The second is for a piece of equipment which I have just used myself and is absolutely incredible. In fact, I don't even use it on the right superstar and it's still absolutely insane. In fact, I'm using it on this Trish Stratus card and wow, I'll show you the difference. This is what it's like off, this is what it's like on. To 2 different cards. All you've got to do is log in every day for all 7 days, and on the 7th day you can claim your rewards. But on top of that, there are other additional rewards you get for each day you log in, and for the Trish cards, it includes these collectibles. 12 of them, in fact, 4 on day 1, 4 on day 3, and 4 on day 6. And if you haven't done it yet, well, make sure you do it for the next one, because Seriously, you're missing out. The only other way to get your hand on that piece of equipment is by buying a pack that's worth 9,000 credits. So that's 12 of the 140 you need. The next set guarantees you, if you complete it, the rest of the collectibles for the Trish. And this is the quest. But if you look at the quest, it looks pretty simple until you try to do it. Don't get me wrong, Pick Me, Super and PvP Streak are pretty easy. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, but Wild and especially Survivalist, not as simple. Even more important, those are also repetitive quests. Doing them once and finishing the others will get you to kick 25 extra collectibles for finishing the quest, but you need those extras to get that free Trish Stratus. Going undefeated in Wild is pretty painless if you know how to do it. Just go to the Wild beta, as it is known now, and you want to be running a deck very similar to this. Don't worry about the power of the cards, focus on what tier they are. I could go down to Myth, Royal Rumble. You want to be having all of your cards, so let's just say Royal Rumble tier, 3 men's cards, all roughly the same level of stats, and 2 taggable ladies cards, again, roughly the same amount of stats. You could even go down to lower tiers if you wanted as well. Then the last card you want to be putting in there is what is called an anchor or a sandbag. It's designed to be the weakest card you possibly can get. I've got an egg. Most importantly, it needs to be taggable with one of your cards. Hopefully you can get all of the arrows roughly the same. I've got down, up, and left, right for my ladies. Dropping in a lower level ladies card is also an option, so you got 1, which will be your most powerful female card, and a taggable card, maybe a tier or 2 lower. Alternatively, you could run the old Wild glitch, but it doesn't work the same way it used to, and this way is pretty tedious. To do this, you just have to go and put in your weakest cards physically possible. Then back out of Wild, go back into Wild, press edit deck, autofill, and play your next game. You'll notice the opponents are ludicrously easy, but unlike before, this only works once every game. So after every game, you've got to come back out, change the deck up, back out, go back in again, and etc, etc, etc. You might get lucky and get 1 extra game, but a lot of the time, it's one and done. And to get every single one in the quest, that's 50 games doing the same thing. Personally, I'd probably choose the other methods and just see how I got on. And that's exactly what I did, and it worked perfectly. But the more difficult one, as you can probably guess, is Survivalist, because you've got to finish a survivor at rank 5 or higher 10 times to get 50 collectibles. If you're a regular player of SuperCard, you know this is not a simple task. Now, if you're looking for a simple how'd you do it, JB, well, there you go. There's a video link up at the top right hand side and it looks like this. So search for that video or just click the link, and that's a survivor guide to help you win survivors or get the highest rank possible. Of course, this doesn't always work, but if you're really desperate, well, there is another way you can do this, and that's by using something I call a feeder account. This is the method of using 2 SuperCard accounts playing Survivor at the same time in the same Survivor. Yes, you can do that. All you need to do is be searching up Survivor at the same time on 2 separate accounts. Oh, hi, poor man SuperCard. It's very likely you'll end up in the same game together. Alternatively, you can just find a group of friends and all enter the Survivor at the same time. That's way easier. Let's just say you want to do this on your own, or you don't have friends, which, I mean, join the club. First step is pick the account that's going to be the beneficiary, the one that's going to get the quest objectives. The second account is purely a feeder account. It does not aim to win the Survivor in any way, shape, or form. It's specifically there to feed into the main account. You play your Survivor as normal on your main account, so you just do exactly what you would always do. And with the feeder account, you're just preparing cards and pros that are going to benefit the main account. It's highly likely you will end up facing off against that main account. And all you got to do is just pass the cards you need, pros, fortified cards, over to the main account when you get the chance. This is probably going to increase the likelihood of you getting into the top 5. But if that's not enough, I've got another extra tip for you, and this one is a little sneaky. You see, if you end up going out at the same time as another opponent, there's a way of making sure that you finish above them. And that is simply delay the end of your match as much as possible. And this could be knowing you're going to go out, or deciding just to throw your game and just not touching anything. It could be your last game, your second game. The person whose match finishes last ranks the highest out of anyone else who goes out during that round, which could be the difference between you finishing 7th and 5th, and the difference between you getting your collectibles or having to spend another 15 minutes in another survivor. So do all of that, and congratulations, you got a free Trish Stratus card that cost you absolutely nothing. But what if you wasn't able to do every daily quick? What if you're really struggling with Survivor? Or what if you just want to get a second one? Well, that's where TLC comes in. And without a guide, all I can say is each TLC win gets you 4 extra collectibles. This is going to help anyone get the extras they need. The only thing I can really tell you is win. But if you really want a part 2 where I actually explain how to win TLC games easy, well, that part is really simple. Get to liking this video, because the more likes we get and the quicker those likes come in, the more likely it's gonna happen. I need to know that you guys want it. So what are you waiting for? On that subject, I've got 4 sets of TLC rewards, but more importantly, a free Trish Stratus card, which now I've got that. I've got my first guaranteed 100% Trish Stratus for Fortify 2. So go get your guaranteed Trish Stratus. But until next time, I have been JB. You have been awesome. I'll see you soon. Peace out. But it's so far away.